Okay, something else I wanted to address while I've got Bob out here as a willing partner, as I've been starting to talk about a martial boxing or a Wing Chun boxing or using boxing as a martial art. A number of different people have said, oh, but boxing is no good for kicks. You can't kick from a boxing structure, and it's not good for defending against kicks. And I wish I had one of my guys here to throw kicks to demonstrate, but I just thought I'd put this down since we're here filming anyway. Completely false that you can't do kicks from a boxing structure. I don't know why anybody would ever come up with that. In the Filipino martial arts, there's a whole division called Pananjakman, which is essentially the kicking component of Panantukan, or dirty boxing. And they essentially took the boxing structure and did kicking equivalent of the punches, low line kicking equivalent of the high line punches. It just makes sense, right? So, just like with the empty hands, I've got upper line, upper gate, I've got jab punch. I could be in this exact same structure, have a jab kick, right? Anytime I could have done that, I could have done that. And I can even make it part of my combination. So if I was going to do a jab, cross, body shot, jab, cross, body shot, it becomes jab, cross, body shot, cross, body shot. Even if this is just kind of an annoyance and not a power kick, just to kind of bring his guard down. That's essentially what a jab is, right? You don't always throw a jab as a power shot. So this kind of probing kick can be the same thing as a jab, just with my legs. I could be hitting his knee, I could be tagging his groin, just enough to kind of get him watching what's going on and maybe drop his guard a little bit. I can just pop that in there. From either side, right? It's just a jab kick, the equivalent of a jab punch. Simple. So, we've got a cross or a rear hand punch. We've got a rear leg kick. And this is simply the real common oblique kick from Wing Chun. Boom. Right? Boom. Same thing. I'm here. Any place I could have done a cross, I can do my oblique kick. This side, same thing. So where my body goes forward for the punch, my body goes back for the kick, but then it's going to come forward again for the next punch. So it's all part of the combination. So I could have done jab, cross, right? Jab, cross, or jab, cross. It's just that boom. It's not meant to be a high kick. It's meant to be to the groin, to the leg, to the lower body, maybe even to the ankle. You know? Bam! I'm right off that boxing structure. And then we have what we call the round punches, which could be a hook or it could be the overhand punch. And if I think of hook being kind of direct, then my round kick equivalent is just a regular old roundhouse kick, right? Just swinging it up there. And I can throw that from a boxing structure just as easily as I can any other structure. And right here, I've been boxing, right? My boxing structure. And I'm right back to my boxing structure again. Works just as well as any other structure. Now, kind of the overhand punch equivalent is more of that chopping downward. So let's say we're in a mismatched stance and his right leg is forward, then the equivalent of this going downward is this chopping, boom, like hitting with a baseball bat with the shin. Boom, boom, right? I'm here, and I cut in, boom, right back. Or from this side, going downward angle, just like this punch goes downward. Boom. And it's meant to be right across the thigh, collapse the leg. But notice, in keeping with my boxing structure, I'm not leaning back, I'm throwing these high kicks, I'm not doing stuff, spinning around. I mean, you could, but in my mind, it departs from this basic boxing structure. But these simple kicks, a jab kick, a cross kick, a round kick, in my mind, they don't depart from this boxing structure. It all fits together real well. And as far as defending kicks, just because in a boxing structure I have a little more weight forward on my lead leg, doesn't mean that I can't quickly get that leg out of the way and move around just as easily as anybody else would. I don't have to be like this in order to defend my legs, right? This defends my legs just as well. So it all fits.